Hey everyone, happy to be back with you on our Slow Burn Dynasty with the New Mexico Lobos here on Obscure Victories Gaming. We are in Season 3, Week 4, taking on our arch rivals, the New Mexico State Aggies / Coastal Carolina. If you guys watched the previous ones, the rosters I updated came with the team updates, obviously not the logos and stuff, so it's a combo. But New Mexico State, our biggest rival. You can see down in the bottom right, it's a Rio Grande rivalry. Really excited about this game. I've been watching, the trailers for College Football 25 and getting really excited about that. I haven't played a new generation console. I'm on the Xbox 360 here. Madden just wasn't enticing enough for me to upgrade, but College Football 25 may be just the thing I need to upgrade to the next gen console. So we'll see. For now, we're going to continue to rock on the Xbox 360 and this Dynasty. I'm really enjoying it. So this week, first thing we're going to do is check out the college football landscape. Top 25, here we got Texas, Penn State, USC. Penn State jumped up quite a bit. They beat Mississippi. USC, Tennessee's up one. Pitt, Michigan State, Oregon, Army. Army you're going to see in the game of the week this week. But like I said in my previous episode, I think Army for some reason always climbs up into the top ranks, even though they're not the greatest team ever. It must be that daunting triple option they run, but they're going to be game of the week against Rutgers. That's a rivalry game, so that should be a good one. Bama moves up one after beating FCS team. Clemson sneaks in at 10. 11 Oklahoma, there's us at 12. We're just slowly kind of creeping up here, being 3-0. I think we started at 16. So kind of a slow ascent here to the top. Ole Miss drops. There's Washington. Georgia Tech, after beating Alabama, is still only at 15. Thought they would have jumped up more after beating Bama. Notre Dame stays pat. Miami, no games that they move up. Ohio State. Florida State moves up without playing, as does Virginia Tech. And then 21, you got Nebraska here. They lost to NIU last week. That's a big loss for them. Oregon State jumps back in after falling out. They beat Texas A&M. Florida here at 3-0, beating Missouri. Arizona State drops after losing to Kansas. And then Cal jumps in after losing to USC. That's crazy. Who else is getting votes here? Stanford, Michigan, Missouri, Ball State, LSU. Wisconsin's out. You hate to see it. Georgia's out. And Missouri. So that's your top 25. Heisman Watch. Ray Henderson again, still up top here. Justin Bryant, that hurts to see him here. Transferred out of ours because we did not get to 11 wins. Went to a really good Tennessee team. He continues to move up the board. Willie Gore to Michigan State, John Richardson, and then Jeremy Clark. That's your Heisman top 5. Championship contenders, here we are. Just continue to kind of stay pat here at A-. That 2023 grade, it's kind of hurting us. So hopefully we can bump that up with some recruits, maybe some transfers, we'll see. But A- for now. And then toughest places to play, again, we're going to go to Tennessee, we're going to go to Penn State. So those guys are still up there. We'll scroll down to us. We jump to 36. 8-game win streak at home. We'll take that. All right, moving on. All right, time to recruit here. We got Ryan Henderson at the top of our board. If you watched the last recruiting episode, I moved him to the top because I didn't want to bring in a guard and make our redshirt freshman guards transfer out. So we're going to go after Ryan Henderson pretty hard here. We got 450 on him, jumping up 315 to Arizona. They've got a scholarship on him. We do not. So we're going to drop 450 off him. And we'll get him a scholarship and let Arizona know we're coming. Mike Woods continued to battle here, although we do get a visit, and we're going to schedule him as late as possible. I don't want to go to 12. I think week 10 is going to be the best because they're a rival and it's fairly late. If we go 12, we don't have a conference game, so you get bonuses for rivals and conference games. We have no conference opponents, and so I think we can get a bump if we go against UTEP in week 10. And that way it's late enough that we have the potential to sign him, being a 78 overall. Usually those guys don't sign early on unless you get instant commit. So Mike Woods is coming in against UTEP week 10. Reggie Johnson, keep going down 25. Athlete-wise, he's going to be a receiver and a running back. We need a running back, So we're going to keep him on the board. I was hoping he could maybe, be running back, receiver, or defensive back, but that's not the case. But we'll take him as a running back for sure. Mike Johnson going down 240. That's a lot. Other schools have visits already. Can we get a visit? We're not going to visit yet. I think Mike Johnson, we're going to take 500 off him. I just think we have other prospects we can put those points on. Kyle Walker going down 70. No visit yet. I'm not sold on going after him just because he's an in-state kid. I thought it would be easier than it is. But we'll wait and see on him, see how many points we need. Marcus Hurst, I'm going to pull off Marcus. I'm going to get him off the board, actually. I don't want to bring in an outside linebacker. We've got 4 returning outside linebackers, plus Ray Mitchell, who's redshirted right now. And if I bring in Marcus Hurst, Ray Mitchell may transfer out, and Ray Mitchell has the speed that we want. Marcus Hurst doesn't necessarily, and I don't want to risk it. So Marcus Hurst is off the board. Clayton Kroll, going up well on him. Again, he's an offensive lineman. I'm hoping. He's big. Doesn't tackle, doesn't block shed. So I'm assuming he's an O-line type. Frank Kendrick, a guard we're bringing in. Really looking good on him. Did he visit? Not quite yet. Kroll? Oh, let's get Kroll in. Kroll will get in versus UTEP Week 10. Tom Stevens, we're looking good. Jumping up 6'10". Gerald Johnson still going up. I think we need 2 quarterbacks this round. We've got Theo coming back. Sean Maxwell's a red shirt. So we need 1 QB for sure. 2 would be great. Corey Stevens looks like a good tight end. Pulling away 730 on him. That's exciting to see. I don't think he's ready to visit yet, though. Not quite. Thad McCullough pulling up 220. He's a JUCO. Offensive lineman. We're going to keep him at 250. Bruce Hodges, strong safety. I'm kind of reconsidering if I want to go after him a little bit harder, because the strong safety that we brought in last year, Matt Anderson, he's only 64. We've got Matt Love, we've got Will Washington also redshirted, but those guys won't transfer if we bring somebody in. I'm doubting Anthony Cook will transfer out because he's 73, and we got Jeremy Cooper at 76. So if I bring Bruce Hodges in, we may only possibly lose Matt Anderson, and I think I'd be okay with that. But for now, we'll leave Bruce Hodges as is, see if we have any points left over. But I'd be okay signing him. Jacob Morrow, moving up to 560. We need a running back. He looks solid. B speed, B acceleration. Got some juke, got some spin. Would be good to get him. Mark Smith, a kicker. Not really interested in investing a lot in a kicker right now, although it is a need of ours. But we're pulling away 100. We'll keep it at that. Alex Webb, we were losing ground last week. This week we're staying put. So I think I'm going to dump 50 into him, just so we can gain a little bit of ground. Josh Grant, I'm going to get him a scholarship just because I like his measurables. B speed, 70 acceleration is not terrible. He can break some tackles. Catching's not great, but he can catch in traffic. He's got good route running, release as well. So we'll get him a scholarship and nothing else, because wide receiver is not in need of ours. Gary Allen, we're going to just keep pulling up 245 on him with no scholarship, although I'm going to scout him 10% more. See if I can unlock something that helps me make a better decision here. Impact blocking goes up, but doesn't affect it, okay? So we'll maybe wait and see next week. Mike Latimer, again, outside linebacker, B speed, C acceleration. Again, I don't want to bring an outside linebacker. Mike Latimer is off the board. Tyler Gillett, free safety. We need free safety. I'm going to get him a scholarship, and I'll throw 60 on him, so we're going up 100. Alan Barber, get strong safety, not really need of ours, but we're going up 75, so we'll keep him on the board and just see how things shake out with him. Christian Van, we're going up. I'm just going to 10% scout him. Hopefully it gives us something good. Nothing. That does not help. But we'll get him a scholarship as well. Jeff White, another outside linebacker, B speed, B acceleration at 62. Just not worth risking Ray Mitchell transferring for him. Brian Foster goes up. Now he's got that A speed, B acceleration. Could be a real burner for us. He's got good return, a little stiff arm, a little spin, elusive, juke. I like that we're going up 110. I'm gonna throw 50 more on him, get him a scholarship. All right, now we're into new guys that we've added. Martin Johnson was new last week. B speed, B acceleration. With the other two running backs that we've got, I don't want to put any points, I don't think, into him or Matt Preston quite yet. I'd rather get Brian Foster and Jacob Morrow. All right, here's the big one. Adam Carpenter. This is the 4-star guy we could go after. 76 overall, 6'1", 180, out of Oklahoma. We got to establish Oklahoma as a pipeline state. So we're going after him hard, and we're going to get him to the top. Eric Lane and Justin Wright are both really good offensive linemen. I like their measurables, their squat, their bench press look really impressive. So I think both these guys are going to jump up. You know, Eric Lane, I'm hoping can get to the mid-70s. Justin Wright as well. But we've got to find more points for them. So I think that Carpenter, free safety, we just added, we'll take points off him. So Carpenter, I'm okay going, I think, to 250 this first week, just because with these new guys, you can usually add less. And then we'll split here. We got 145. Math right? Okay, we'll get these guys both to 145. Then I just added some middle linebackers with speed. Again, I always want to bring in linebackers with speed. But if I bring an outside linebacker, again, Ray Mitchell transfers probably. And middle linebacker wise, I doubt Motley or Morris would transfer out. And same with Lee Holland. So I think we're safe to bring in 1 or 2 middle linebackers. But all our points are used up. I do want to go back and find, I think, another cornerback to target. So I'm going to do that. I'll show you what I find. All right, after looking through a ton of prospects, landed on Tommy Gandy out of Texas, 62 overall corner, B speed, B acceleration, B agility, zone coverage, press coverage look good. I went with Cortez Callahan, running back, I believe out of Texas or California. B speed, acceleration's okay. He's got agility, got some good strength, trucking, elusiveness, stiff arm, good spin move, good juke move. Looks really solid. Looks like he could really develop into a really good running back. Adam Bowie, again, not the fastest. Got a good acceleration, got a stiff arm spin, the juke, strength is up there, so he looks solid as well. Then I went with 3 more corners. Again, Eric James, B speed, B acceleration, B agility. Man coverage looks good, zone coverage looks good. Mark Clay, same thing. He's got the press even. And then I added a sophomore, JUCO, Tim Evans. So B speed and then the C's for coverage. So I think I'm always going to not have 35 guys on my board, but I think it just makes sense. Like, if there's guys out there and we can make progress on these guys without putting any points on them because nobody else is looking at them, I think it's a good strategy. So we're going to rock with these guys. And then I'm putting 145 on Eric Lane and Justin Wright. Hopefully we can free up some more points next week. And actually, I'm gonna look through the guys that we're really pulling away from and get more points on these guys. All right, so I moved some points around. I actually pulled points off of Walker, that D tackle out of New Mexico. I think priority-wise, I just don't think he's going to be it. But we'll see. Maybe we'll keep him on the board. He sticks around. But I'm not sold on just getting him as a D tackle just because he's from New Mexico. So we move points around and get more points on these guys. And then I think Brian Foster is that burner running back. Yeah, I want to get more points on him. So we were able to do that. And we'll move Brian up the board here. And then we'll get Eric Lane up the board, as well as Justin Wright. Mike Johnson's going down, and Walker's going down. With Grant above Walker. All right, so that's our recruiting board here. Looking good, feeling good about it. And I think these top, is it Mike Woods, Reggie Johnson, I'm hoping we can stay in the battle for them throughout the year. We got 3 unlocks. Hopefully I can use 2 on Mike Woods if necessary. Maybe 1 on Reggie Johnson, but I'm willing to battle these guys out, use the unlocks, and take this into the offseason if necessary. All right, that does it for recruiting. All right, New Mexico State is coached by Manny Diaz. Offensively, they got the spread offense. They're going to be 50-50 run and pass. They're going to be slightly more conservative. So we'll look again for screens and draws on long distance downs. Defensively, they got that 4-2-5 balance, pretty much run and pass. They'll be slightly more aggressive. Manny Diaz is a level 36 coach. They got a lot of bonuses here. The one that concerns me the most is calling timeouts, although that only really matters at the end of each half. And then the clean laundry one where they don't commit as many penalties, and then Coach Radamas. So, all right, defensively, they're coached by Frame Banda. With all these bonuses he has. No power moves or finesse moves, but they got the block shedding, good coverage, good tackling, and interceptions. So their defense gets some good bonuses. Offensively, they're coached by Marcus Maxwell. Not as many bonuses here. He's only level 7, but they do get a little help catching, spec catch, catching traffic, and then breaking tackles, spin move, and elusiveness. All right, player-wise, we're starting on offense. They got Isaiah Copeland at center, 96 overall. Good speed, acceleration, awareness, good pass blocking, great run blocking, impact blocking. We're going to keep our sliders at 5%, so I'm hoping Isaiah Copeland does not dominate our defensive line. Next, they got QB Jonathan Stevens, 92 overall, redshirt senior. Good speed, acceleration. I don't know if he's going to be a scrambler or a runner. His agility is good enough. Good awareness, throw power, throw accuracy are good. He can break some tackles, elusive, probably a pocket passer more than a runner. Next, they got wide receiver Bo East, 89 overall, redshirt senior. Good size at 6'3", 205. Speed is 86, which is good enough. He's not a burner, but that's enough to be a playmaker. Acceleration is 89, good enough agility. But look at his catching, route running, catching traffic, spec catch are all way up there. So our defensive backs have their hands full with him. And then lastly on offense, 87 overall, redshirt junior Jasper Walker, 92 speed, 89 excel. Really good back for them. He can break tackles, carrying, trucking, elusive, all pretty good. Ball carrier vision's pretty good. Good enough strength. You got a stiff arm, juke move, so definitely somebody that can do some damage. Defensively, they're led by Mark Harvey, 87 overall, redshirt junior. Good speed, great acceleration. You can tackle, coverage is pretty good, although zone is much better than man. You got some play rec, got some hit power. Pursuit's really good, good strength. You got the press and jumping, block shedding. So it looks like he's really good in run defense and pass defense. Next, we got right outside linebacker Marcus Neal, 87 overall senior. Decent speed, acceleration, as well as tackling, block shedding, pursuit. Zone coverage, man coverage, pretty good. You got some hit power, so definitely a good enough linebacker to make plays. Next, we've got redshirt junior Bill Washington at D tackle, 87 overall. Again, speed, acceleration, good enough for D tackle, maybe even slightly high. Strength looks really good. Tackling is low, power moves, finesse moves are okay, block shedding's really good, pursuit's good enough, and then hit power is kind of low for D tackle, but he's definitely strong enough and can shed some blocks, so we've really got to take care of him. And then lastly, we got middle linebacker Donald Jennings, redshirt senior, 86 overall. Really good speed and acceleration. These are the kind of linebackers that can stop our run game. You know, they can get through gaps. They can beat some of our pulling guards. They can come over the top, take good angles. His block shedding's good. His play rec is good. Pursuit's a little bit low, so that might help. But Donald Jennings will definitely be flying around the field. All right, depth chart-wise, see if we can find any weaknesses. We saw Stevens, their backup. Eric Johnson's pretty good. I think we saw him come in relief last year at some point. Halfback, they got Walker, and then Falk is behind him. He looks solid, really fast. And then sophomore Tyson behind them. Fullback, again, they probably don't use them. About 76 overall, not bad. Wide receiver, there's Bo East. And they go to Weber, drops pretty significantly, but he's only a sophomore. Good speed. Gibson, so solid receivers. And then Rima Jackson's 71 in their fifth, so a solid core of wide receivers for them. Tight end goes 76 with Robert Hill. That's a good, for a sophomore, that's a good rating. Drops to 68 for a freshman, not bad. Left tackle 84. Schuler backs up. I'm guessing Schuler's going to back up everybody. 83 left guard. There's 96 center. Gallagher's 84 at right guard. And then 85 tackle, although it looks like he's injured. So Schuler will step in there. Left end, 81, 86. There's Washington. It drops, Larry Moss. He'll be on the field. We'll maybe see if we can identify him. Left outside linebacker, good speed, acceleration, 84 overall. There's Jennings, backed up by Morgan. Pretty significant drop, not really fast. Probably not on the field much though. And actually, I think 425 uses the right outside linebacker. Left outside linebacker, I don't think will be on the field that much for them. It will be Marcus Neal. So 87 overall. So they got, the two best linebackers on the field anyways. Cornerback, 84, 82. That's solid. Gray at 79. Cobb's 81. I don't know how that happens. Bates 74. So solid group of cornerbacks. Free safety goes 85. And then strong safety we saw 87. So pretty well balanced team. Pretty equal to us. They might even be slightly better than us. So we just got to come ready to play. All right, now that scouting's done, let's spin the event wheel and see what's happening with our team this week. All right, first spin, we get random players suspended 2 games. We'll find out who that is now. Wide receiver number 2. I believe that's going to be Brandon Williams. He plays as our second wideout. So Williams will be out for 2 games. That really hurts. We'll just say, conduct detrimental to the team. Maybe not doing, his classwork, things like that. But Brandon Williams will be out for 2 games. That really hurts. All right, next spin. Here we go. We got my favorite one. Mental coach, +3 to all attributes. I think I'm going to move this to just +2. +3 feels like a lot. So just a slight bump to all the attributes for one player. We'll find out who that is now. And again, they get this bump. They work with a mental coach, work through some of their maybe doubts, their fears, insecurities, but also focus on their strengths, their mental prep, how to study film, all those things that go into the mental game. But we'll find out who that is now. Cornerback number 2. I don't know who that is offhand. I think it's Sapp, but that's a good spin for us. We lose Brandon Williams, but it looks like cornerback 2 is going to get a good boost to their attributes. So 1 good, 1 bad. That's kind of how it goes, but we'll make those changes now. All right, event wheel is done. Last thing to do is talk strategy. I think this gets more and more generic as we go, but our sliders are going to stay at 5%. I'm going to focus on running the ball. That's what we do best. The passing game, I think, will come when we need it. Again, with the sliders where they're at, maybe 3rd and long, maybe get some first down throws in there. I don't know if that makes a difference. We'll see what Freddie Wolf wants to call. But the plan is to run the ball most of the time. We'll try to get some big plays in there. I think big plays have really helped us last few games. So if I notice the defense creeping up, we may take a shot deep. So that's the game plan. I'm hoping in College Football 25 that game planning can become a little bit more in-depth or intricate. But for now, this is what we've got. I still enjoy it. I enjoy trying to find the nuances, the advantages, and things like that. But that is going to be a wrap on this episode. Thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in to the next one where we play the Rio Grande Rivalry, take on New Mexico State, and hopefully come away with the win. But until then, keep gaming, keep growing, and keep celebrating those obscure victories. Game on.